Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Madam Secretary, earlier this week, the President gave a rather bizarre assessment of the FAA. It was a very theatrical moment. I was pretty appalled by some of the things he said, and you stood right there next to him. And yet what we're hearing from you today is a little different. So I'd like to go back over some of the things and see who we should believe. The President said that the system was a total failure and that the leadership overseeing it didn't know what the hell they were doing. Now, I find this offensive to the hardworking people at the FAA and to Mr. Huerta, and wonder what Mr. Huerta's future is there at the FAA if you think he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. The President went on to say that our air traffic control system is a horrible system that doesn't work. These are all quotes. You've said it's safe. What do I say to all those travelers who are coming to Las Vegas?
We are protecting their safety, and those are not my words.
So I wonder, who do I believe? Do I believe the President when he says it's a horrible system and they don't know what the hell they are doing? Or do I believe you sitting here telling me, well, the FAA is doing a good job?
I believe that the FAA is doing a good job.
So the President,
they are doing the best that they can under very trying circumstances. I commend the performance of the air traffic controllers and the men and women of the FAA.
So you think the President doesn't know what he's talking about?
You heard the President. You have relayed his words.
And they're contrary to you, and you are his secretary.
I have told you what I thought about the FAA. I admire the FAA, the hardworking men and women, and also the very good job that they're doing. They're trying very hard in a very difficult circumstance, and that is why the air traffic controllers are open and supportive of a move into a nonprofit, separate organization so they can have more freedom.
I'm sure Mr. Huerta is glad to know that you think he does know what the hell he's doing over there.
Mr. Huerta and I are good
Another more
friends.
specific question I'd like to ask you about. In the FAST Act, I was able to get an amendment to that bill that created the National Advisory Committee on Travel and Tourism Infrastructure, and that committee was appointed. It's to advise you. They're to meet periodically. It's to talk about how tourism, which contributes $2.3 trillion to our economy, can be integrated with infrastructure. Those meetings have now been canceled for this year. They've not heard anything from your office. Are you going to continue with this?
I just met with the U.S. Tourism Association. I met with the whole group. I just met with them.
I think that's wonderful, but did you talk about that commission that was created, or are you going to
I have
continue
over 1,000 commissions. I'm slowly trying to understand what boards and commissions are in the Department of Transportation.
That's great, but you canceled the meeting, so somebody knows they're there.
Well, they're only myself and until recently just the Deputy Secretary, so I don't know what happened.
Well,
could have been the career folks who,
I don't know
who
and perhaps scheduling a meeting of that commission? Since you don't know anything about it,
I will look into it. I just met with the U.S. Tourism Association and all the major players.
No, you didn't meet with the commission. Those meetings have been canceled.
I will look into it for you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, gentlelady.